Hey, what is up, investors? Jason here. So in this video, we're going to be talking about some EV stocks. We're going to be talking about NIO, Xpeng, Li Auto, very quick, briefly, just covering some things that are going on in China, and also talking about Lucid Motors. They actually finally got an analyst give a forecast on the stock, so we're going to be covering that and kind of just going over the entire space at this moment because there is quite a lot of red at this moment. So let's get to this right now. Now, looking at the EV market right now, we have just so many stocks that are in the red that had ended this week in the red. It's not something that I really like seeing. You guys know I'm so bullish on these EV stocks, but we're not really seeing much of a break with a lot of tech in general, and that's definitely leading into what's going on with the EV space. But looking at what's going on, we know the chip shortage is really affecting things, and that is showing a lot as far as the Chinese stocks go, big time. So looking at NIO, what we really need NIO to do to be able to go to a price that is much higher is it needs to really break above $46. That's the biggest issue that it's having. If it does go above $46, which we've seen it do back in June, it needs to be able to find support. And the problem is it can't really find good support above $46. And a lot of that probably is because everything right now with NIO is priced into it. And that's one of the biggest factors. There's a lot to come from NIO here in the not too distant future, but at the moment we already have that priced in. We've seen the stock price go up already for NIO when they announced their newest vehicle, and then when they had their NIO day and all those things. That's what's all priced in the NIO. Now, what we really need to do is we need to see this chip shortage, which is really affecting things with NIO, to get better so that we can see the stock start breaking out above $46, go above $50, and hopefully go on track to beat its past high of $67 that it had. Wouldn't surprise me if we don't see that. I'm really bullish on NIO here coming into the end of the year, but at this moment, there's a lot of things that need to change with NIO to be able to do so. Now, NIO just recently announced that they can sell up to $2 billion worth of American depository shares, and that's what's got some investors a bit scarce, and it's causing the price to be affected from that. But at the same time, you have to think about it. NIO wants to do some expansions, and this is just money that they're going to be able to be using for the business. And I always say it to you guys know how I am about these growth stocks. If you don't like them deleting shares, then don't buy growth stocks, because that's something that's going to happen. Just the bad thing is when some companies do it too much. Now, NIO isn't really doing it too much, in my opinion, and there's a lot of great value with this stock. So it's fine, but then for some people that probably bought this stock for a much higher price, you're probably not really seeing this stock not being able to break out much from where it's currently at, and I understand that. NIO just really has a lot of big things in the works, with that big factory that's being built, as well as their new vehicle that they have coming out. Actually, a couple vehicles that they have coming out. Just a lot of big things going on, and plus on top of expanding into Europe and all that jazz is going to be a very big thing for them. So they really need to be able to raise a lot of money to do so. And we know that how close that they're getting to being more of an income positive company, but they're still not there. So they don't have money to pull from as an income positive money. They need capital to do the things that they want to do. Remember that NIO is a growth stock. It's not a value investment. They have a market cap of $63 billion, and they could dilute up to $2 billion. So do keep that in mind. And if you're somebody that likes what the analysts forecast when they give out their opinions, NIO is a stock, though, that has a median price forecast of $61 and a high of $92. And that's one of the things that really helps me be interested in this stock. Now, when we look at stocks like Xpeng, they're still trading around $37 and $45. That's kind of the area that they've been stuck in between, where they really need a break above is that $45 price, and that's what really helps them get to their next level, where the stock at one point had gotten as high as almost about $75, and since then it has not been able to get back to that price. It's just had a lot of struggles to get back there. And so it really needs to be breaking above this $45 price to get to that price. And then hopefully from there, we can start seeing the stock soar. But Xpeng is another one that has a lot of great things coming. They actually have a new vehicle coming out, being launched on September 15th. And deliveries for this will start in October. That's for their P5 Smart Family Sedan. So a new vehicle coming out, great thing to be looking forward to. And hopefully with that news, we can hopefully see Xpeng break above that $45 mark and start continuing back on its highs that are going past its highs that it had before, and that could be something that could be possible going into the new year. 2022 could be very bright for Xpeng, and very excited to see how the new vehicle sales do play out. And Xpeng has a really nice analyst forecast as well, the medium being at a price of about $55 and a high of around $72. So great things for Xpeng as well. Now for Li Auto, they're currently approaching their resistance line of $32, which if they can pass that and find support, then they have a really good chance of going to that next resistance of $36, which is an area that they have a lot of trouble trying to break through. And they've had a lot of issues even in the beginning of 2021 trying to get above that. So that's kind of like the area that has a lot of resistance, and if they do get above that, then it's really hard to find support above $36. The highest that Li stock has been is about $48, a little bit less than $40, like $47.70, and they went to that back in November of 2020. That was the whole election bullishness that the EV stocks had. Now, if Li does break above that $32 mark here in the coming future, that's an area that it really needs to try to hold and try to break through that $36, because we know if that Li cannot hold on to that, we know how easy it is to go from there and drop through their big support line of $28, which is really keeping things together at this moment. So falling below $28 can lead it down pretty low, which we've seen in the past. Just back in May, we saw it drop pretty low. So we really need to stay above 28, and hopefully that's what happens with Li, and it can break through the 32 and then the $36 resistance. Now, from what the analysts are forecasting with Li, they have a median price forecast of $40 and a high of $62. So they're also expecting some pretty good things from Li, especially since their stock price still is around like $30 at this moment. All right, now for Lucid Motors. I know a lot of you are looking forward to an update from Lucid. Now, Lucid has nicely trended above that white support line that we drew there for a price of around like $17.50, which was an area that it was showing a lot of support when the stock would go into a pretty big correction. And that's what we just saw in this last little bit of one that it had after the lockup had ended. So we're seeing Lucid start trending back up above that. Currently trading a little bit under $20 at this moment, but it's on track. Hopefully things do continue here. And also it was the only EV stock on this particular day that did end in the green, but not too much into the green, but it ended in the green. So that's another good thing. But Lucid still has a ways to go to get to their previous support that they had not that long ago of a price of around $23. So they need to break through that, and then hopefully we can start seeing things get better with Lucid. But they do have an analyst now that has made a forecast, so that is a great thing that Lucid has going on at this moment. Now there's only one analyst, so we don't have any high, mediums, low, but we have a analyst forecast of $28. So that is really good that we have a number from an analyst. So now people can start saying, oh, they have an actual professional opinion on Lucid, so, a professional that makes these forecasts, giving some sort of price prediction on it. So that's a great thing. So hopefully we do see some great things coming from Lucid, but we know we're going to be getting at some point some vehicles. So that's something that we can be looking forward to, hopefully. And we can expect that. Now, I know it could take some time until they actually really start getting some of these vehicles out here before the end of the year, and who knows how many they're going to be getting out. But we know that things are going to be much better for the beginning of 2022. So a lot of good stuff coming from Lucid. I'm very excited to see what all do they have to offer here in the not too distant future. So anyways, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. New videos coming out on my channel all the time. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next video coming very soon.